All right. Welcome everyone to today's live stream. It is Monday, February 9th, 2026. Hope you're doing great. Wow, can you say wow? I mean, is this volatility unbelievable what you've seen in this market last week and especially Thursday? Everything across the board got crushed. Precious metals, crypto, stocks, everything. There was nothing safe. Bond market. Oh my God, the bond market is just getting killed. Unbelievable. Why is this happening? Several reasons why. Extreme market manipulation, intentional. I think the bond market kicked off with China telling their banks, their regional banks, to dump US treasuries and buy precious metals. So that is a big deal when it comes to the way the world is viewing the US dollar and investments in the US. Huge deal. So there's going to be continued volatility with this. There's going to be like volatility is here to stay. We know that. But Friday, talk about whiplash. You saw it, right? Equity markets screamed higher. The Dow broke 50,000 for the very first time. 50,000. Unbelievable the returns that we're seeing in these equity markets. Currently, the Dow is off slightly, down $24. NASDAQ up 243, up over 1%. Big move on the NASDAQ today. And crude oil up. Again, keep your eye on crude. I think it's starting to look like the time to get back into oil stocks. I think there's going to be some opportunity there going forward. Silver up 8%, over 8% today to $83. Just incredible. Bitcoin continues to languish, to fall, and we are seeing some very interesting returns. I think this week. Well, let's take a look. Let's look at the earnings for this week. If you look at these companies that are going to post earnings this week, it's like Monday.com, Upwork is today after the close. So that Open Door, a lot of these speak to the new age and dawn that we find ourselves in, people working remotely, subcontracting, and AI is playing a huge role in this as well. So we're going to have to really take a look at where these earnings come in, because that is going to help us assess the strength of the economy. If these companies continue to post positive earnings, hitting some upside surprises, that would be fantastic. But we'll see. It's just really going to be dependent on where these earnings come in at. On Wednesday, we're going to see the jobs report for January and unemployment. Now, jobs have been slowly, especially in the private sector, the last two reportings for jobs, dismal. Like, these numbers are not at all looking good. And that is also a reflection of this economy as well. And companies like Crocs posting on Thursday, Birkenstock, like, let's really see. And then, of course, travel companies, Expedia. So I think this week is going to give us a clear look at what is going on in the kind of the hustle economy, people having these side hustles like with Lyft, Upwork, Open Door. It's really going to depend on what type of results that we see. It's going to be very interesting, which will give us a good feel for how much strength is really in this economy as opposed to what we're told there is. So where else did I want to take you? Assets by class. What is going on here? Cancel. I don't know what this is. Gold, silver overtook with the move today. Silver overtook Nvidia. Um, Going into today's trading, Nvidia was number two. I mean, they're neck and neck with market cap. Silver 4.678 trillion, Nvidia 4.659. Gold, the clear winner, 35 trillion. Up today, gold up over 5,000. Silver back up over 83. I have a suspicion we are going to see silver back up to that $100 range. And here's why. Look at this chart. I'm kind of seeing, maybe you are, this cup formation and somewhat of a handle here. Anytime we see a cup and handle formation, extremely bullish. And I think we're going to continue to see a lot of strength in silver, as well as the other precious metals, gold, and pretty much across the board. Copper's having a good move today, up 1.3%. Palladium, I think we're going to continue to see move up. So keep platinum down slightly. So keep your eye on these precious metals. I don't think we can go wrong investing in this space. I know there was a significant pullback in the precious metals, over a week ago, but that was designed to help the banks recover, actually cover their short positions and recover their losses. It was because it was so clear it was an attack on the paper contracts. Because if you looked at some of the, the actual like the coin shops, the online bullion dealers, the prices didn't change that much. I mean, they certainly not by that 41% where they dropped the futures contracts, the paper contracts. So we're going to have to watch these future contracts for silver, especially the ones that trade on COMEX exchanges by the CME group. There is less and less silver, registered silver, available for these contracts. I've talked about this for a while, where for every ounce of silver, there are 5 contracts that are played against that ounce of silver. So that is a disaster waiting to happen for the COMEX. And I don't know how they're going to have to handle March's contracts. This is all going to play out the end of February, early mid-March, where we're going to have to see, it's been disclosed that the COMEX is quickly losing registered silver. It's leaving the vaults. People or institutions are taking delivery of the silver rather than getting cash. So if there comes a time in March where there's simply not enough silver to cover these deliveries, they're going to call force majeure and make people settle in cash, not in the physical. So that's going to be interesting to watch. That could literally change how the COMEX does business. My hope is that the COMEX goes out of business and then Shanghai becomes the global, global purveyor of contracts, and we just deal with them going forward, as opposed to this diversion of U.S. futures contracts versus the real price on the Shanghai exchange. Because currently, as things stand, there is a spread of $12 from the U.S. COMEX to the Shanghai exchange on the spot price. So that just creates an arbitrage opportunity for traders. They buy it in the U.S. and sell the physical to China, and that's just allowing for China to vacuum up all the silver that's available and be in a far better position with that raw material than the U.S. So that's what I've got for you today. If you have any questions, please put them in our chat, um, which is found right here in our stock forum. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'll look at what questions come in this week and answer them over the next in the next 2 weeks. I think I'm up to date here. Yes, I am. So next Monday, no call. The markets are closed. It's a holiday. I'll see you the following